Hello everyone, and happy Labor Day. Today is September 1st, 2024, and my name is Colleen Magnus, and you are going to be watching some of the things that I already created. Everything I do is creating with Colleen, but I know it is a federal holiday. It is Labor Day, but I decided to come to you live anyways because if you're in Virginia, it's raining. So thankfully it's in the morning. It's supposed to clear up. You could have your picnics later today. But in the past years, I have created some fun Americana projects. I love the red, white, and blue. I'm blessed to live in the United States, and I want to show you some scrapbooking pages today, some cards and some samplers that I have made in the past that I hope will inspire you. So let me make sure I'm on the right page. One never knows when it's me. Let me see here. Let me just boot up. So as I said, my name is Colleen Magnus, and I come to you live at 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time on Tina MacArthur's Creations from the Heart Scrapbooking Facebook page. Tina does retreats in the Outer Banks, so what's better than crafting except crafting at the beach? But anyway, so I am here, and then on my Creating with Colleen Magnus YouTube channel, you will find me live every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time. So I was wondering, okay, I always kind of got Labor Day mixed up. I mean, I knew what it was, but I didn't know, like, exactly what it was. So I did a little Googling this morning. So I'm going to share some Labor Day inspiration with you. Labor Day is a federal holiday celebrated in the United States, I knew that, to honor and recognize the American labor movement and the works and contributions of laborers to the development and achievements in the United States. So it is celebrated the first Monday of every September. We always have it that first Monday. It's a federal holiday, so the majority of the people have off. Not our, nurses and hospital staff and our firefighters and our policemen. So thank you so much for serving us, even on the federal holidays. But most of us are home, and we celebrate it by just, having cookout and hot dogs. But really, what does it mean? So that's what part of it means. So it began in the late 1800s after New York labor unions hosted a parade in honor of their employees. In 1894, President Grover Cleveland signed into law making Labor Day a federal holiday. So America is definitely the land of the opportunity, and I find if you work hard, that can pay off in great ways. So I looked up some quotes. I said, let me find some quotes that will back up working hard, or the thought of working. And so here are a few I'd like to share with you. I learned the value of hard work by working hard. Pretty basic, right? Well, that was from Margaret Mead, and I think that's probably pretty true too. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. I love that. It takes the pressure off because we're not all like the same, and that's okay. We all have different gifts. We all have different things that we can do. So Arthur Ashe said, start where you are. Great, because how much do we procrastinate trying to figure out where we need to start? Start where you are, use what you have. That means you're already equipped, and do what you can. I love that. So by Robert Schuller, he said, today's accomplishments were yesterday's impossibilities. I love that. I found through my life fear sometimes held me back because the fear of failure, but you don't know unless you try, no matter what that is. So definitely today's accomplishments were yesterday's impossibilities. Believe in yourself, because if nobody else, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. You can do this. And I have, if you care about what you do and work hard at it, there isn't anything that you can't do if you want to. And that is by Jim Henson. We all remember him. So that is so true. It really is a lot about hard work. Most things worth having aren't just given to you. You do have to work for them. And one of my favorites, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as if working for the Lord and not for men. And that's Colossians 3:23, God. So I find that ultimately, when we honor God in our work, that we faithfully do our job, that is one of the most rewarding jobs we can have. So I just wanted to share some Labor Day inspiration for you, because normally Labor Day at the Magnus house is, you know, work. So it is kind of true to Labor Day. But again, think about what you do. Think about your work. Don't let your dreams, you know, be way out here. Work hard, capture your dreams, and I think you can accomplish anything that you want to. So now I'm going to turn it down and do some crafting inspiration. As I said in the past, you know, I have held all different types of classes. I held sampler classes where you can make framed art. I held scrapbooking classes, card classes, of course. I've been doing this for 23 years. And I just wanted to share some of this with you so you could see the possibility of what Stampin' Up! Can offer. Stampin' Up! Is not just for cards. It's for anything that you want to create. If you don't have it, you just create it. So let me turn this down, enough talking, and I will share a lot of this with you. Flip it down. I'll always get dizzy when I do this, but that's okay. Yeah, let me move my light back a little bit. One day I'm sure I'll find a better way. I'm just not there yet. Oops. I'll get my phone rotated the right way. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. It's like that bad movie. The bad production where everybody was getting seasick. Sorry about that. All right. Let's face it, it's about the creativity anyways. It's not about anything else. So let me just open this up. And if I have comments, if you come on, please just give a shout out and say hello. I would love to hear from you. So as I said, Stampin' Up!, basically we have 48 colors. We have 12 colors in the neutrals, regals, subtles, and brights. Then we have 2 sets of in colors that come out every other year, and they're 5 colors each. So you have a lot to choose from. So if you want a basic red, white, and blue, with Stampin' Up! We have Real Red, which is a gorgeous, true red. We also have Poppy Parade, which is a little darker, but here's our true red. Then you have your basic white, and this is called Blueberry Bushel. So these are your straight up American colors, good old red, white, and blue. Now, if you want to make it a little more of Americana, then I suggest you using 3 other colors we have that I absolutely love. We have Cherry Cobbler. Isn't that just awesome? So we have Cherry Cobbler, Very Vanilla, and Night of Navy. I dare to say if they ever do away with Night of Navy, there will be an uprising in the Stampin' Up! World, as it is just a gorgeous blue. So here you have your traditional red, white, and blue, as you can see. And then here you have your Americana. So either one screams United States, US of A, but wonderful colors to use. So one of the things that I did, this is a card that my dear friend Christy Buck made me. And I absolutely loved it because, again, I love the verse, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. But what she did, this was a sunflower stamp that Stampin' Up! Had. And so she took a sponge dauber and her inks, and she sponged the stamp, the ink on the stamp. So that's why you have your blue here. And then she was able to come in here and do like a vanilla, and then the Cherry Cobbler. So as you come across and you do your little rows, you stamp it, and that's how she got these different colors on the stamp. And the reason I say I think she's a sponge dauber is because it's not very sharp across here. If you wanted it to be sharper, you could use our Marvelous markers, because they come in the 48 colors too. And you could take the broad end and color your rubber stamp. But I think I like this better. I think it gives it a softer look. I think it is a little bit more forgiving on the lines. But thank you, Christy, for this beautiful card. Now next, Stampin' Up! Had curvy dies. And I created this one, and these dies are no longer available, but hopefully we'll come back with something like that again. We do have a set of dies called Around the Bend, but it didn't have as sharp here. But this was a stamp set and everything that they came out with that I just loved. So what I did is I took designer series paper that we had with the stars, and I cut strips. And I just put them on here, and I even had the card cut that way. So it opens like this. So this will always be one of my favorites. And what a great card. You know, I live right next to Norfolk, Virginia, which is a military town. So that kind of makes Chesapeake a military town, and Virginia Beach. But I loved thinking of you at Christmas, because what a great card for somebody serving in the military. And just in case I haven't said it, thank you so much for those who do serve in the military. We have never really been a military family. My dad served in Okinawa for a couple of years, decades ago. But I appreciate our military so much. I appreciate the sacrifices they make, not just those serving, but their spouses, their families. I wouldn't be sitting here doing this today with you if we didn't have our military serving us. So thank you, thank you. Let me get my phone a little bit over there. Okay. So here, anytime, this is all stamped, anytime you have any kind of a stamp set that has a long line word, it makes a great card. So this set was decades ago. Sorry, I hate to show you things that you can't get right now, but Stampin' Up! Does sometimes repeat itself, and you might see this again in the future. But it had peace, it had hope, and all I did was, again, these are my Americana colors. I tore a piece of the Night of Navy, and then I stamped. We had a vanilla craft ink pad, and we had a white craft ink pad. And what I love about the craft pad is you can stamp on anything, as that you'll see in my last scrapbook page I'm going to show you. But just simply stamp some stars, put this in there, and then this here was peace. Wishing you a never-ending season of love and peace. Stampin' Up! When they do their stamp sets, a lot of them coordinate together. But this will always be one of my most favorite cards. Now, I did look to see if we had any stamp sets like that. And we have this called Sweetly Scripted. And so this is a stamp set that goes along. Of course, it's bigger than this. But this is on what we call our online exclusives. So with Stampin' Up, you have catalogs, you have online exclusive products, which can only be seen online. And if you want to see all of our catalogs, just go to creatingwithcolleen.com, my blog, and you will see them there. So lots of great places just to find the product, but sometimes you got to look really hard. And don't forget, this Wednesday is a huge day for Stampin' Up! Because we will be releasing, and you can order from our scrapbooking brochure, which I am putting on my site. I sent it out in a newsletter. So if you're not on my newsletter, please go to creatingwithcolleen.com and sign up for it. But I'm also going to put it on my blog today. So you can see the scrapbooking brochure. That is only digital. And also our mini catalog, Christmas mini catalog is coming out. So Wednesday's going to be like over the top. But anyways, this here, again, I think could work with that card, depending on what sayings you would want to use. Now this was just real basic. We had a stamp set that says, as you bravely watch over us, may God watch over you. And with this, what I liked about it was we had layering star dies. So you can just put think of this, circles, think of this, any shape, hearts that you have. You would have your biggest in the middle here, the front. Do your biggest shape in the front. Then when you open it up, layer your other two. And to get it perfectly lined up, what you would do is close this, take your red glitter and put it down while this is closed so you can see exactly how to center it in the middle. But great cards. So now let's move on to scrapbooking pages. This one here, this is, oh my goodness, this is so old, but I love it. My granddaughter Tyler Jo had a picture taken with her. She was probably 4 years old in a red, white, and blue dress. And this is going to go on here. But I love it because here you just made tags, and with an alphabet stamp set, you can put anything in there. I could put her name. I could put July. This was for 4th of July. Our stars, these are embossed. But this was fun. This was a piece of cardstock vellum, and I did not make this. I was in a swap. I couldn't even tell you, it's been so long ago. But what I loved is that it has a tag. So you could put a tag in there, you could put a picture on the back, whatever. But here, I'm going to read this since we're all about the US of A today. And I'm going to try not to sing it because Lord knows that would hurt your ears. But just remember that Francis Scott Key, from 1779, lived to 1843, wrote this song. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. I find we need to teach these to our kids and our grandkids, these songs. We don't want these songs to go away. I still stand up, put my hand over my heart when they are sung, but just a fun page. And again, this was just printed on cardstock vellum and put on there. Now my next page, this here, this was made, I had showed in the beginning how, and I will show again in my demonstrations on our virtual crop, I can share that, how I always like to cut the back out because it makes my page lighter. Plus I have this huge piece of Night of Navy to back my drawings on. So here, this was just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of basic white cardstock stamped with our stars. This, Joanne from our Creative Memories gal. Joanne, I believe this was made with your cutter because you know I have it. And she has a wavy cut. So we just marked those out and cut them, which makes a perfect flag. Just stamped with that basic white craft ink on the side, a couple glittered stars. And of course here, God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. So this here would make a great Americana, a great 4th of July page, what have you. So that's my 2-page spread for that. Now I used to do a monthly scrapbook club. That's where I had these pages from. But what I was doing was not putting my pictures on there. So going forward, although I don't do the clubs, any scrapbook page I make, I'm going to put pictures on it because A, that's what you're supposed to do. And B, it'll help catch me up and get me ahead of the game. So I also did sampler classes. And I think the beginning of every month, I was thinking today, I have these pages in classes. I think I'm going to share this inspiration with you as I come to you the first Monday of the month and then the third. But what a sampler is, you could put it in a 12 by 12 frame. And this was 8 by 8. So if you wanted to, you could put it in an 8.5 inch frame, but I really like the 12 by 12. And this was made with all things Stampin' Up. Here, just a little banner. We had a banner punch, but you could easily create that. I like to, when I'm doing a banner, I cut up the middle and then I cut from corner to center, and that helps you keep these even. USA, these were little dies we had to cut out the letters. We had a heart punch. So basically I put little strips of red glitter on there, put the blue and then punched it. Had that. This was a stamp that we had that I absolutely loved. And again, it was one stamp, but I took my Marvelous marker and we have a pointed end and we have a broad end in all the colors. So I just colored my stamp, and then you have to, it sounds crazy, you kind of have to huff it with your breath like that. And since it's a water-based ink, it's going to come to life and it just stamps beautifully. Here we had a little boot stamp, so you got to, have your country boot in there. This was designer paper with the stars. This was a little pinwheel that we made. It was a square, and you just cut it and fold those pieces in. Punched art is huge with Stampin' Up. A lot of our punches are used for so many other things when you put it together. I love the creative minds who share online, but there's good old Uncle Sam. This was designer paper with the heart. So very easily you could create these sampler pages for all different holidays, and I have done that, so I will be sharing that in the future. And then I think last but not least, when I think of September, what do we think? Back to school. I cannot even begin to tell you how old this page is. It was so stinking cute, though. You have your stamps, and what I wanted to show you, though, was how to do the chalkboard. So when you have a chalkboard, of course, you're going to use black ink. excuse me, black cardstock. You got your black cardstock. And then with that white craft ink pad, as you stamp it, the only way it's going to be like solid thick white is if you emboss it, which is another technique for another day. But here, if you stamp it, it gives it a little bit more of an opaque look. And then just take a little bit of a sponge and sponge it on there. And to me, that looks just like a chalkboard. So that is my inspiration for the day. So I hope you enjoyed it. If there is anything you need, you can go to mycreatingwithcolleen.com. That is my blog. So there you can order, you can request my newsletter, you can see the catalog, see what's online. And by golly, look for Wednesday. Stampin' Up! Is releasing scrapbooking kits. And so we do have that coming out Wednesday. You will see that online. And actually, I did print. Let's see. Since it is an online brochure, my printer's not that great. But I did print some of them out. So this is what your brochure kind of looks like. And then with the Close to My Heart, Stampin' Up! Says, are you seeing double? Close to My Heart has the paper that was lighter on one side than the other. And Stampin' Up's goal is to make this out of all 48 colors. Of course, I give them kudos because they have really been scrambling to give us scrapbooking products. And again, these will be released on Wednesday. I think they're going to go pretty quick, but you can go to mycreatingwithcolleen.com and purchase them there. So they're 12 by 12, kind of comes through. We're also coming out with Willow White, or White Willow, I should say. I think that was a very popular color. And again, I apologize for this. My computer's not that great, but what's so nice is we have scrapbooking workshop kits. So here you have the kits, you have your designer paper, you have sticker sheets, ephemera pack, die cuts, photo placeholders, lots of things in these scrapbooking kits that I think make creating so much easier. And each kit contains a technique. So you'll have to get the kit to see that, but beautiful. Then down here we have where it says reindeer memories. What's nice about this, you can buy those things separate. If you don't want to buy it in a kit, you can go ahead and get the designer series paper with the sticker sheet. You can get the reindeer memories stamp set. And you can get the 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock. So now you can still do that for your memory pages or use it to create your cards. They show you all the designer paper, the double-sided paper. This is the stamp set and the two-tone. So it's really a lot of great product. Now this here is snow days. We don't get many of those on the East Coast, but boy, oh boy, am I hoping we get some. Just one. I don't need a blizzard for months on end. Just one good weekend where we can stay home, put a pot of soup on the stove, have some homemade bread, go out and play, and say we had snow. That would be perfect. Excuse me. So again, sticker sheets, designer papers, samples that you can use. So I go through. And then, again, you can buy it individually with the stamp set. So even stamp sets, remember, could be used in your scrapbooking pages too. So there's that one. So we're on a roll, so we'll just keep going through this, even though you'll be able to see this online. Now, Halloween. Halloween, this is going to be big. I always take pictures of the kids when they come to the house. Our friend Abe and Jen down on the corner, they get the prize every year. Like one year they were the Flintstones. The kids had the cars. She was Wilma. He was Fred. It was adorable. They always dress up together. It's a family of 4. So here, again, cardstock, designer paper, placeholders, stickers, lots of great things. And of course, they did it in those wonderful Halloween colors. The bright purple, the lime green, the orange. So Halloween memories are coming to you. And then this is what the stamp set, the sticker sheet. Again, now you can buy these separate if you want. Designer's papers, two-tone papers. This is Colleen. This is Autumn to Remember, because I am everything autumn. I even was able to get my all my fall stuff. I'm almost there. I'm like 85% of the way there. All my fall switched over in the house, so I've got these beautiful colors in the house, and it just speaks to my soul. But here, again, I just love it because of the papers. I love the sticker sheet. I plan on getting that also, not only just for scrapbooking, but for the card making too. Wonderful, wonderful products. And then here, look at this. Isn't it adorable? Crisp autumn days. Love everything autumn. And here, so here you can see your designer paper. You can see your two-tone, the sticker sheet, and I love, love, love this stamp set because the leaves are what I call distinctive stamping. You stamping and they look beautiful as is. So this is September to Remember, Bountiful Blessings, and Crisp Autumn Days. I have to admit, I'm not ready for the crisp autumn days yet. Usually I am by September, but for some reason, I think maybe because we went and did our lake trip early this year, we were a week earlier on that. I'm ready to get through the 90s, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not ready to give up my summer days yet. But they will be coming. Crisp autumn days will be coming, and I do love those the most. So anyways, that is what the brochure is in a nutshell. I will be purchasing these wonderful products so you can see them live and up close. But until then, I hope your Labor Day is everything you want it to be, whether you're going to work, whether you're going to be inside with the rain like me. But thank you for joining me, whether you're watching this live or whether you are watching this after the fact. I appreciate you. Now, I will come back to you again Wednesday. This Wednesday, actually. I'll be live on my Creating with Colleen Magnus YouTube channel. I'm always there at noon Eastern time. And then I will see you again on the third Monday of the month on 11 o'clock, Tina's page. And don't forget about that virtual retreat. I will be sharing lots of things there. That's from the 13th through the 15th in September. And I do hope you will join us because it will be a great time. So all of you take care. Many blessings to you. And I hope you do something creative today. Bye-bye now.